This is Tully Diö and Madman Matt sitting next to me per usual. And we are the hosts of the Tully Diö Show.
I thought I was always a good wingman.
I wake up when my eyes open. Because, rock and roll stays up late. It's like if you're drinking the big beers, then I think there should be a certain level of cheer that you get from that. So, like, whilst drinking the big beers, you should feel more cheerful. Unless you're a sad drunk and no one likes that.
Yeah, no one wants that.
Los Angeles, we're pumping it out to the people, It's the hot stuff. This is where this place is boiling with you know what I mean? Everybody wants something new in LA. And it is time for some new rock and roll. It is so time. The Tully Diö Show, episode 315. I'm Tully Diö.
Madman.
Matt. We got a great show. There's a lot of great bands on today's show. There's a lot of great bands on every show. So let's get to it. Blind Perception, we've played. Man, we played them since the old show.
Blind Perception was like from the radio station that we used to be at.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been playing them for a long time. So they sent us a couple more songs. This is the first one, Erased by Time, and then a second track by Vancouver Drive, who we played last week, but it's a different song, Troubadour. I'm guessing it's about the Troubadour.
You think so?
I hope so.
You're just a rich man.
Or it could just be about a troubadour.
Oh, like a human rich person? Is that what a troubadour is?
I thought it was like a Spanish. What's a troubadour?
Isn't it a conquistador?
Conquistador?
I don't know.
See, that's a great song by Procol Harum, though.
There you go. Let's play. You know what? Let's jam some Procol.
Oh, that's a deep cut Procol Harum.
Procol Harum.
If you don't know him, look him up. But wait until after this show because there's new music to hear right here, right now. Check it out.
awesome.
So what a troubadour. Now they could be singing about the troubadour in is it in Los Angeles? It's in California.
No, it's Los Angeles. Yeah.
But this is what a troubadour is. One of a class of lyric poets and poet musicians, often of knightly rank, who flourished from the 11th to the end of the 13th century, chiefly in the south of France and the north of Italy, whose major theme was courtly love. Okay. So that's a troubadour. So it's probably what that is.
Cool.
And that's why the bar is named Troubadour.
Artistic Knights.
Artistic Knights, man.
Interesting.
Slaying you with the pen, not the sword. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Fire Fellows, Crimson Rose, Rosie, Drunk on Love. Good punk rock coming from Rosie. Check it out. Tully Diö Show.
The thorns you hide beneath your leaves remind the words don't get too close. They're there to guard you hide from thieves. I hear there's been a few of those. Well, it's always been a mystery how up the concrete you have gone. Your thorns have never bothered me, 'cause all I see is a crimson rose. Remind me where you came from, remind me why you still are wrestling with demons that I know I saw you kill. How delicate the tourniquet, they couldn't have the pain, but only in the fire can you learn from the flame. Like poetry in motion, I can see it in your eyes. Don't ever be ashamed of the tears that you cried. I know they'll never get it, no, they'll never have a clue. But when the dust settled, it was only you. Thorns you hide beneath your leaves remind the words don't get too close. They're there to guide you hide from thieves. I hear there's been a few of those. Well, it's always been a mystery how up the concrete you have grown. Your thoughts that don't bother me, because all I see is a crimson rose. Remember where you came from, remember who you are. Remember there's a story that's written in your scars. Remember that the world and they're always gonna hate. A rose is still a rose and by any other name. Forget about the petals, I can see that they were torn. But look at how you've grown in the eye of the storm. Well, once a bed of roses is nothing but a grave. And when the dust settled, only one remained. Thorns you hide beneath your leaves remind the words don't get too close. They're there to guide you hide from thieves. I hear there's been a few of those. Well, it's always been a mystery how up the concrete you have grown. Your thoughts that don't bother me, 'cause all I see is a crimson rose. Thorns you hide beneath your leaves remind the words don't get too close.
I think it's kind of curious how I even got to you. It started with a simple kiss, and suddenly the skies are blue. When you're not here, those memories fade, but I'll keep them locked up and put them on replay. Yeah, I feel butterflies when you light up my phone. Got me hypnotized, the smell of your cologne is intoxicating. I can't wait till the next time I see you again. We'll go to Warped Tour in Houston to LA,
Roxy
What the-
Nights.
Come on.
Roxy.
Tully, pull it together.
You got it, man.
Where it's all good now.
Yeah,
Because you were
dude.
here. Fire Fellows, Crimson Rose, Big Jim's wild card. Is Victoria DeMar, who we've been playing on the show for a really long time.
Awesome. Yeah, no, dude. Done a lot of great interviews with her.
She's one of my favorite people.
Amazing, dude.
I've never met her,
Killjoy.
but I could.
Yeah.
But she's a scream queen and she makes music and it's her style. And I like that. And she also has a movie out right now called Prototype that is in some theaters. If you want to check that out, and you should.
Yeah.
But this is her song, Hypnotize, Big Jim's wild card for episode 315. Check it out. Yeah.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Down, 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 down. I could swim for miles in your eyes, the way they hypnotize, can't deny the fire here inside, the way you hypnotize. Hypnotize. You hypnotize, bitch. Open up your eyes. I love to look at you, the way you look at me. There's nothing else to do. Your eyes, they speak and see. You're next to none so few. That way you look at me. Loneliness is dangerous. I could swim for miles in your eyes, the way they hypnotize, can't deny the fire here inside, the way you hypnotize. Hypnotize. You hypnotize, bitch. Open up your eyes. I could swim for miles in your eyes, the way they hypnotize, can't deny the fire here inside, the way you hypnotize. Hypnotize. You hypnotize, bitch. Open up your eyes. You act like such a fool. You make me lose my cool. Ain't like back in high school. You made the wrong fucking move. Get your ass out of the pool and listen to this fucking groove. Loneliness is dangerous. I could swim for miles in your eyes, the way they hypnotize, can't deny the fire here inside, the way you hypnotize. Hypnotize. You hypnotize, bitch. Open up your eyes. Bring it, Big Edie. You light the night, my firefly, you hypnotize. Why fight the fight? It ain't a lie, you hypnotize. Love at first sight, eternal high, you hypnotize. Just hold on tight, oh me, oh my, you hypnotize. It's black and white across the sky, you hypnotize. Give all my might, was out of sight, you hypnotize. I wanna bite my cherry pie, you hypnotize. Loneliness is dangerous. I could swim for miles in your eyes, the way they hypnotize, can't deny the fire here inside. The way you hypnotize.
Hypnotize. You hypnotize, bitch.
Open up your eyes. I could swim for miles in your eyes. The way they hypnotize, can't deny the fire here inside. The way you hypnotize.
Hypnotize. Hypnotize. You hypnotize, bitch.
Open up your eyes. Dun 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 dun. Think as a motherfucker. Think as a motherfucker.
Victoria DeMar, Hypnotize, Big Jim's wild card. Oh, that one you like got stuck mid whip.
Yeah.
Like it hit something.
I did my own like
You went to cock it back and it hit a tree before it could actually. Yeah.
it like wrapped around it, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Brain cell. Now this show picks up some heat right now.
Oh,
It ends
Rick.
pretty heavy. So if you're driving or working out, get ready to put on
Or
the
if you-
extra weights.
Fucking watching Major League, working out.
Give him the heater, Ricky. That's still one of the greatest movies.
I every time I see it, I'm gonna watch it.
It's one of the greatest sports movies ever made.
Ever made.
You can throw The Natural in there. You can throw Slapshot in there.
Definitely.
It's just funny that like a lot of them are comedies.
Yeah. You
The
can
Natural could be the greatest,
It is like dramatically the greatest.
or Field of Dreams.
I can't.
That one's sad.
It's sad.
It is. That
Yeah.
one really gets you at the old heartstrings.
The Natural is like, oh damn,
So good.
this motherfucker,
Epic.
epic.
It's a
is-
big movie,
That's the word for it.
and the music gives you goosebumps.
Oh, I get it right now. Oh no.
Let's go get lightning bolts tattooed on us.
Yeah.
People
man.
would get it or they won't. You know, that might be a military thing though, so we got to watch that shit.
It's also a Nazi thing.
Oh, well, then we should definitely watch that shit.
yeah. SS, bro. Whoops.
Jeez, I was going the natural and I ended up Nazi. And that was a huge left turn. I did not mean to do that.
Welcome,
Oops.
welcome to America. It's easy to
Oops.
do that.
Yeah,
here.
because people claim shit and it's still just
yeah,
stuff.
perversion of symbols. It happened.
Yeah.
It literally happened with.
You really got to know your stuff or you're going to end up with some really offensive stuff on you.
Oh sure.
So really do your research before you get a tattoo, I think is the moral of this PSA.
Absolutely.
Do research. Make sure your tattoos don't look like Nazi shit, and make sure nothing on your tattoo looks like a dick, because then you're gonna have to live your life with a schlong tattoo.
We're talking to you, Brock Lesnar,
Yeah, no dick tattoos.
right up the chest.
Oh, bird on there. Bird. That's not him. What is his music? I don't even. Oh yeah,
Bam, bam. Dick tattoo, dick.
dick tattooed on my chest. Oh, you better get a cover up, bro. Just to get a cover
A
up.
little bit of tattoo nightmares. Brock Lesnar.
Just,
is
I
here.
mean, like, and that guy was just shaking probably while he was doing it. He was like, "Oh my god, he is what he wants." He brought me a stencil and it looks like a dick, and I got to do it, and he's gonna kill me.
This guy is he's Rod Iron's chest. He's like this thick-chested man.
He's a
is-
freaking farm boy.
yeah.
Like, he's a guy who grew up like throwing bales of hay when he was like 10. He's just pure strength.
Guy's been tattooing oranges for like 15 years. All of a sudden has to tattoo stone.
Oh, the tattooer. I thought you were talking about Lesnar.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah,
like the
no,
guy is tattooing on his chest. It's probably like terrifying.
No, it's
And, like,
very bad. Yeah, he's like, I've been doing melons and limes, and now I got a tattoo. This guy brought me a stencil, and it looks like a gigantic schlong,
What do I do?
and he's
Tell
gonna
him
kill me.
kick
He's
my
gonna
ass.
kill me. I can't say no
No.
because then he'll kill me. That's a tough gig. When he walked in, they was like, "Oh fuck."
It was a rib. They're ribbing that guy. Hey, you tattoo Brock Lesnar. Go for it.
Go for it. Do not make it look like a dick. But he did.
He
But
definitely
he did. He did.
It's time for desperate measures. They range in temperature, fate, denouncing all humanity. Pain is immorality. Outside
Dan Bradley, Obese City, Brain Cell, Defensive Wounds, Stealth, Like Father, Like Son, Diamonds and Guns, Singing Songs from Hell. It's tough to say they're from Sweden, so there may be an S there may not. As Within, So Without, Salvation ends the set list for today's episode. But oh boy, there's so much more show, so very much more show. Check out these tracks, check out this commercial break, and check out what we got coming up next.
chapter closes, a new story begins.
I put my pen on this paper to say I never thought I'd be the one to be given a chance to finally be someone. I'm the man that I'm meant to be. No more rain clouds suffering over me. You find salvation in the evergreens, far from the sheets. You will climb the bridges from the trees. There is more to see. More to say. Soar with the birds, screaming these three words: I am free.
Hey, this is Tommy Gunn, and I'm in a mad hurry, so I borrowed this ambulance from 4077 MASH, and I'm heading to the Tully Diö Show. See ya.
It's time for Tully Speaks. And this week, I'm going to speak about an article that I found in the New York Post. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
Bronx man arrested for smearing poop on woman's face in New York City subway station.
What the fuck?
There's a lot to say here, huh?
What?
This is where we are now.
Yeah.
People aren't robbing people with knives or guns anymore. They're just in it for smearing poop on someone's face. I don't know what to think about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to speak more on it, but I'm just like, it kind of speaks for itself that that's really where we're at.
Yeah, we got there.
As a society, we're at the point where someone decides to put poo in someone's face. Is that a regression or what?
We're there now.
Yeah, I feel like we were doing okay as a species of people. Like we're just going kind of, doing some shit, got some trains, got some planes, doing some stuff, got some medicines.
Yeah.
Now we're right back to smearing poop on each other's faces.
Yeah, isn't it like
That's an assault.
that's a pretty,
Because like you could get some serious diseases off that poop.
especially these days.
I know.
Man, that
And I don't even
sucks.
know. It didn't go into what kind of poo it was.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
There's a lot of different types.
what part of New York can't you walk through now?
You apparently don't go in the subway or someone will wipe poo on your
Fuck
face.
that.
I'm going to just start. If I go to New York, here's the tip. This is Tully's tip. And
Tully's
Tully
tip.
speaks. If you're going to go in the subway station in New York, be sure to stop and get some brown face paint and just give yourself like a Braveheart. And then it'll be like a waste of the guy's time. Like if anybody's going to put poo in your face, they'd be like, all right, someone already got him.
So you. Oh yeah. So
So preemptive
already,
strike.
he already got tagged. He's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He's good.
They won't know it's not poop.
That's true.
Like just preemptive.
so it's like instead
Smear.
of blood, it's the poosh.
Yeah.
Just put poosh on your
Yeah.
face.
Not
Poosh.
real.
Not real.
Brown paint.
Fake brown
face paint.
Gotcha.
But Braveheart it. So it looks like you don't even want to fuck with this guy.
I mean, this
Or
guy
girl,
has
or
fucking-
girl.
Yeah, or girl.
It was
yeah.
done to a girl, I think.
right. this
So,
woman, right.
the moral of the story here is what in the fuck is happening with humans?
Wow. Yeah. Good point, Tilly.
I mean, that's like something that Neanderthals would have done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a pretty archaic attack.
It's just really from the like primal.
Yeah, it's primordial.
What do I
Like,
got?
Literally using.
Hey, I got
poosh.
some poop.
Got some poop.
What do you got? I don't got a knife. What do you got? I got some poop. I could
That's-
use that.
Biological warfare.
It is.
You know.
So remember, if you're gonna go onto the train in New York, face paint.
Or yeah.
Or
face
don't,
paint
or
just
don't.
I like
Don't.
the face paint thing.
Because you got to get to where you got to get.
You gotta look. kinda
Everybody doesn't have a
crazy.
car.
Yeah. You just look sketchy.
Look
It
sketchy.
helps.
Brown face paint.
Just this.
Mm-hmm.
just
With
poop on
if you had a straight like handprint like an orc from like Lord of the Rings,
like Warcraft.
good to go.
Is it? Is that cool to say Warcraft? Am I allowed to say that?
You are.
All right.
And they're
Too
allowed to
nerdy?
send us money.
Yeah, come on, Blizz. I'm not gonna say the whole word.
No, don't.
Nope.
We could let's ask them if they want to be sponsors. We'll
Hey,
send them this
Blizz.
clip.
BlizzCon.
Probably goes over huge with all sorts of corporations that we just spent minutes talking about poop.
We all do it. There's a fucking book about it. Come on.
New York City.
It's home sweet home. Shit.
Exactly.
That mad moment! TullyDioShow.com. It's a myth! A max! Oh my God! I'm so mad! Oh! You know, I thought I was pissed, but guess what, brother? I'm mad. That's right. You want a madman moment? I got one for you, dude. That's right. You guys in Internet Town, USA, don't know what heavyweight champion of Panorama City has to say to you. The lemur's here for a public service announcement, okay, for your dumb asses. I'm going to teach you how to use the www. That's the World Wide Web, idiot. That's right, you fucking idiots. I'm here to teach you how to use YouTube. Tully Diö, Matt, I know you have some problems with people doorbell ditching at the YouTube channel for the Tully Diö Show, my favorite goddamn show on the planet. People just going there, checking it out, just kind of tiptoeing around. But guess what they're not doing? They're not leaving comments. They're not liking. Okay, the little thumbs up. Yeah, dude, yeah, fuck you. Press it. Press the thumbs up, dude. You press up the thumbs. Where's my hair, cameraman? Where's my Guy Fieri hair? I can't see. Where is it? There it is. There it is. That's right. I'll just put my championship right up there. The Guy Fieri hair. It's getting lost in the mix, cameraman. I'm going to lose you in the mix, you jerk. This week's Madman Moment. I'm going to teach you, stupids, how to use YouTube. I'm so damn pissed. I'm actually mad that no one knows how to do this. You see my little mousey? Drag that carcass of a mouse and put it right here. I like this video. You know what that does for, Tully Diö and Madman? That makes them feel good. Makes them feel like they're wanted. Makes the team at the Tully Diö Show feel like they're wanted. The lemur's mad. Check this out. Oh, maybe you don't like it. Dislike. Guess what? I'm going to put my foot in your ass if you press this button. Okay, it's called dislike. How about no? Like the video. Don't be a schmuck. Boom, you go copy, you save it, you put it on Instagram. You put it on Instagram. What's your problem? It's not that hard. It's not hard at all. You got a Facebook. You got a Twitter. You go to Talk. What the hell is that? I don't know. Pinterest. Who's still on that garbage? I don't know. I don't even know what the hell Skyrock is. Maybe I want to goo. Maybe I want to throw some goo. Yeah. Subscribe to the Tully Diö Show. See that little bell notification? Boom. I ring that bell. Ding, ding. It's over. I just put you in the lemur lock. Essay. Comments. This show fucking rock. This show fucking rocks. Yeah, pluralize the rocks. Yeah. You see that? Comment. Guess what happened? Now the Tully Diö Show with Tully Diö, Madman Matt can see all the love. So don't just come and doorbell ditch. Okay? Come like us, subscribe to us at the Tully Diö Show. They won't have to hire me for $1,000 again to kick your dumb asses into shape. www. It's called the World Wide Web. Drop the goddamn mic. Tully Diö Show. Madman Moment.
I don't know, man.
I said that right in your ear. Dude, it's interview time
That's
right
my
now.
bad ear. Hold on.
It's
One more
interview time.
One more time.
We got
Interview
you got
time.
one because you got it blown out from singing death metal.
That's what happens.
All right, we got Judy Ann Knock here from, now originally, Judy, from Psychopositive was how
Yes,
we
that is,
we
that
met
is
each
correct.
other.
Mhm.
And then you followed me on here, and I was like, Judy's quite the interesting person. She writes books, she does metal work, creates jewelry, creates what would the blades are like ceremonial blades?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ceremonial magical tools of the highest order. Yeah.
Oh man, it's all so cool. I don't even know where to start. So let's start at the books, so people people can hear about the type of books that you write.
I'm so psyched to talk about the books because I just had a new one that was released on February 8th with Simon and Schuster. It was my fourth title in a series that I got tapped for years ago. I actually started publishing books on witchcraft quite some time ago. I think my first published work came out like way back in 2005. So I've been around a while, and witchcraft is fascinating. It's fascinated people for decades. A lot of people think it's, like hundreds of years old. It has this mystique about it. And as a practitioner, as a practicing witch, I have found that there are moments when it gets like hyper focused on, where it's part of the zeitgeist and pop culture, and then it kind of falls out of fashion. And then the focus shifts back and everyone is like into it and want to learn more. And so I've been kind of like riding those waves for longer than I'd care to admit. But here we are. So I've been popular, I've been unpopular. And so now like there's an interest again, which is exciting. So so I started writing a long time ago. Then for about, I would say there was like a good 10 years where I wasn't like that popular. And then the interest spiked again.
That's very
about 5 years ago.
that it does that.
Yeah.
Like, I've always
And I mean, this has been going on for decades. Yeah, this has been going on since like the late 1800s. Where you had
what makes people change.
like
it's
Aleister Crowley and the Thelemic tradition and Order of the Golden Dawn, and that inspired like Page and Kenneth Anger, all these like really intense occultists that had a really heavy influence on music. And I'm a musician as well, so I kind of experience the world as vibrational energy. But back to the books. So this is my most recent, which is the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Runes. Yeah, and so these are like ancient systems of magic, language, symbolism, and divination. So when we talk about magic, there's like many different forms. There's many different forms. There's like the ceremonial magic that like Aleister Crowley was into. There's kind of like the down and dirty witchcraft, charm bag, spell casting, candle magic that, kids today really love. And then there's like the spiritual path. And so you'll see artists like, like Sully Erna from Godsmack is a professed Wiccan. And so for some people, it's like, it's a spiritual path. For other people, it's more of a lifestyle. And so what I'm seeing now is kind of like a collision of cultures, right? So there's this resurgence of interest, and then there's what has been, what is now, and what will be. And runes have definitely been around a long time. So they came into being like first century, kind of like Druids? In between. Yes. So the Druidic runes are an Ogham script, which is distinctly Irish. So there is like a few chapters on that. And then the Futhark runes, which are Scandinavian. People call them like the Norse runes or the Viking runes. Yeah. That's what most people think of when you think of runes. But I also go into some of the more modern practices. There's a symbolism, pictographic system called witch runes that has like 13 symbols. And then there's also the runes of Honorius, which is alternately referred to as the Theban alphabet, which is like beautiful and esoteric. And a lot of it's similar to music, and it's a way to transcend. It's a way to commune with like higher powers, whatever that means to you, whatever higher power is like accessible to your mind. music and runes, magic, witchcraft are all pathways. So
now, is this the books? Are they okay for, like, let's say someone who's just getting started, like wants to read about these things for the first time? Is there one of your books that you would recommend for them to buy first?
absolutely. So I have learned so much through this process of what it means not only to be like a practitioner, but an author, and what my readers need and who my readers are. So I started out writing more like intermediate and advanced books that I definitely would not recommend for beginners.
Okay.
So like this one, The Modern Witchcraft Book of Natural Magic. This one was published in, I think it was 2018. 2018, it was my first like new work in about 10 years, where, like I said, all of a sudden there was this surge of interest, and my agent called me up pretty much out of the blue, like hadn't heard from her in a while. We'd done some big projects together in the past. She called me up out of the blue saying like Simon and Schuster was interested in a new work. And my only response was, wow, sure. So I wrote this beautiful, amazing, like high level book that I considered to be like my best work. And it was like a total flop because it just like sailed right over everybody's heads. And that was a huge learning experience. So then the next one, this is the one I would recommend for beginners because it's a primer. So it's about like earth magic and plants. So yes, The Modern Witchcraft Guide to Magical Herbs. That was me like dialing it back a lot, where you could study herbalism your entire life and never even master it. There's over like 50,000 different varieties of herbs, many of which are used in magic, some of which are totally poisonous, like foxglove can stop the heart. Belladonna, another really famous one that's like a nervine. It's, used in chemical warfare and to dilate your eyes, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So I focused on like 100 herbs, which in the scope of herbalism is like nothing.
Sure.
But so it's really a good introduction. And when, this one was my first hit.
Nice. Yeah. You just went over everybody's head
so
on
far,
that one.
Yeah. So far it's sold over 30,000 copies, which is for me like a mind-blowing number. That's like a mind-blowing number. Yeah. So something finally stuck.
Yeah. It's so great.
It's
so great that so many people are interested because it is it's so ancient. All of it is so ancient that like, why would we ever want to forget about these ancient things?
And also not only just not forget about them, but interpret them for the modern day and this modern age, which is what I loved about this book of runes. So this is kind of like my hybrid. It makes some assumptions that like you have an interest in this obscure magic, but it's accessible enough because runes are meant to be accessible, that this would also be like a great beginner book. And the reason for that is a lot of runes were used in apotropaic magic, was like protection charms and wards against things like, I don't know, bad weather, like climate change, or plagues, like a pandemic. So the themes are entirely relevant and the needs are entirely current. So that's why I would say I have high hopes for this one. I have really high hopes for this one. So
it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's brand new. We'll see. You know, the court of public opinion will decide.
And you
seriously,
just never know. I think the way the world is right now, though, people are looking for stuff. They're looking for stuff that's bigger than what they already know, because what we already know doesn't really seem to be working.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope
so. What would hurt if you had a nice, a necklace with a rune on it to help give you a little protection against something? How's that going to hurt?
Absolutely. And that's part of the fascination, is that they are talismans. You can hold them. They're small, they're portable, they're amazing. And but there's also like a lot of meaning behind them too. And there's sound, thinking about music, these runes have sounds. They will sing to you, they will speak to you. It was a system of language, a system of spoken language. So fascinating.
It's so fascinating. So it's so fast. So we're on YouTube now, and we can take a look at the knives and the blades that you've made.
Sure.
So you can actually show
Well,
everybody, and then
I've
I
got
guess
one.
you just like talk about what it is so that the people who are just listening to the audio can, you know, I saw the one you showed us was amazing. And you make all these. Let's not forget you make all these.
I do. So I am a silversmith, and that is definitely connected to witchcraft, because there is a Celtic goddess by the name of Brige, who is like the patroness of healing and poetry and silversmiths. And so that factors heavily into like my spiritual practice. So the metalwork is the authentic extension of that. So when I first started getting like deep into those occult mysteries, I wanted to experience them for myself. I did have an advantage where my dad was a regional manager for a welding supply company. So I got my first oxyacetylene torch when I was about 19. And the rule was don't burn the house down.
Yeah.
So I didn't burn the house down.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I started out like with small stuff like gems and minerals and connect the rocks, right? And so back in the 80s, crystals were really big. I think they're getting big now too. But I used to do like some silver crystal jewelry. I grew up in the Southeast, and then, you know, drive it on over to New Orleans, rent a table in the French market, sell out, and go hit the river and Neville Brothers and just music. And then as my skills progressed, I moved to New York City, and I realized that my little peculiar occult hobby was a highly marketable skill, and I was able to get work like that. So I really cut my teeth in the like East Village, Soho designer kind of artist scene. And that took me to some fascinating places. Yeah, that took me to some fascinating places where my most recent metalsmithing gig was with a fantastic designer named Donna DeStefano, who does like modern reproductions of really ancient stuff. So that was totally in my wheelhouse. And so she's attracted a lot of famous customers in rock and roll. So I got to do a lot of stuff for Joe Perry of Aerosmith. He loves to buy stuff for his wife, and I've met Joe and Billy, and they are just the best couple ever, just the sweetest people. Other people that collected her stuff that I got to hang out with, like Alice Cooper, Johnny Depp. We did a whole suite for the Hollywood Vampires, and some official merch for Aerosmith. Yeah. Wow. So again, a nice intersection of metal and music. But as far as the blades go, yeah, the blades are very unique, because I'm sure there's other people doing this, but I don't know any, and I sure haven't met any. So I make these blades out of sterling silver, which is like ridiculously lavish. But that's my medium. That's what I'm good at. So there's probably like at least an ounce of silver in each one. And then the hilt is oak. The rivets and the blade, the hilt, the rivets are all sterling silver. The handle is oak, and then it's got just like a little leather sandwiched in, and then that little crystal pinched in the pommel. And so the important thing about these, I call them witch blades, is that they are tools of ceremonial magic. And what they are meant to do, they have a double edge. And this is not sharpened because it's a ceremonial tool. You don't like debase the tool by like, you know, cutting your sandwich with it. It's to cut out like psychic and spiritual space.
I see.
So it is a tool of transformation where you use it in like ceremonial gestures, like, you know, putting the your powerful fingers in alignment, and then you are directing energy through the tool to create like a sacred space. And one of the ways that we do that is by having it aligned with earth, which is the crystal and the ore, and with fire, which you absolutely cannot fashion these things without intense amounts of heat. And then there is the intention. So I use a combination of tools like torch, hammer, anvil, finishing tools, and there's a lot of transformation involved. There's bending, there's quenching, there's sound, there's high tones, there's low tones, there's that hiss when it, you know, hits the water. Yeah. There's intense color changes. So they're intense. They resonate on a lot of levels, like visual, sound, aural, and then they're also tactile. So I've made about 5 in total, and they're all one of a kind. And I keep thinking I'm going to sell them one day, but I haven't.
Oh, you
been able
don't
to bring
sell them?
I can't. The price is too high, but we'll
No,
see.
you
So
know
right
somebody
now,
would buy one of those. Somebody would buy one of those.
I
no
think
doubt.
somebody. I think they are for somebody. I don't think I made them for me. There's one. No, there's actually two. Two that are mine. Two that are mine, personal ones. But there are 3 that I don't feel like I made them for me. But I don't think I've met their new master. I haven't met the new masters yet.
Nice. I like that because it really is all that stuff. Like it really is what you find. And I mean, that will then be harmonious with whoever that you decide is the person that's supposed to have that blade.
I think they'll find their masters. I take them around sometimes, like when I want to show off. So last summer I did this event in New Orleans called Hex Fest that Christian Day puts on with his partner Brian Kane, and I just had a blast. I had so much fun. I brought them all, not really thinking I was going to sell them, but like maybe. And I'm in no rush. You know, they're happy at home with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say all that energy and everything. That's great.
But they got well received. Like people see them and they're like, whoa, like people that know, like they know they're holding something intense when you hold it. And they're not miniature, you know, they're life size, they're heavy, they're sterling silver. So it's really quite lavish. You know. So,
and this is a weird question, but because of your, because of the insight you have, any like worldly feelings that you're having, like worldly advice or worldly, like anything that like, because of the insight of being a witch, like, is there anything?
Yeah. Well, we're at an interesting point right now where the winter is behind us. We're coming into springtime. We're approaching a balance point. So right now, as a witch, I would not expect things to come into balance. I would expect a lingering darkness, which I think we're all having with, you know, war and climate change and pandemic. But the thing about witchcraft is it's highly connected to the seasons, and it's highly connected to the phases of the moon, which are always changing. The change is constant. So for me personally, protection magic has been factoring in pretty heavily. Again, love, magic, and healing. I think those are the things we need the most right now is protection, love, and healing. So that's where my personal practice is focused on.
Good. Because I think people need to know that. And like now, if they wanted to do like a small spell or something like that, which ones of your books could they read to learn how to do that?
There is a lot in all of them, but this one, the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Runes, really covers all 3. And what makes it so accessible is it has ingredients, step by step, and which runes. So I just opened up to a random page and I got like Calling Back Your Heart. So there's like a whole chapter on like simple things you can do when you feel like your energy has kind of like gotten away from you. It talks about different energetic properties and principles, pathways, and choice. And but there is also like there are love spells and apotropaic magic. One of the things that I would love to show you, if I can through it, is I use runes for transformation. So they're not only individual symbols, they're also meant to be combined, right? Oh. So you take runes and you lay them like on a stave, which is basically a line, kind of like in music, right? When you have like the staff, you have all these horizontal lines. You can do that and you can create different like configurations.
I see.
So there's an example.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like taking each, and here's this one is like way more complex that I came up with, but it combines like several different runes.
Oh yeah. I got to get this book.
Yeah. And so it's very esoteric, because if you just saw that, you wouldn't necessarily know what it represents. Right. But the book gives you all the meaning behind it. So they're very effective. Using those sigils are very, very effective. So
I love it. And what's coming out so Psycho Positive, what's coming out next for you guys for that? Anything new?
Psycho Positive has just been exploding, which has been really exciting. We have in May our first live full band performance in about a year, because things have been so crazy with the pandemic and venues not being open. And the last gig we played live was frustrating because things had just opened up, and we were at this theater on the Lower East Side as part of like an arts festival. And we're great for a festival band. We're used to playing like outside stages, and wouldn't you know, it was like pouring rain that day.
Of course. Yeah.
So then it was like, is it going to happen? Are we going to go inside? What are we going to do? So they moved us inside to, you know, like a pretty sizable theater. It was like maybe like a 99 seater. So like not tiny, but not huge. And, but they stacked the bill. And that happens a lot where like everyone is now scrambling for that stage space. So, so with the bill being stacked, our set got truncated, and it was like a little unsatisfying. So we didn't even get to play some of our hits. You know, we had like a good crowd that like, they wanted to hear Blood. They wanted to hear, you know, Psycho Positive. And we had to do that. Thank you very much. Good night. And, that was bad because I brought the gig and I thought everybody was going to kill me. They're like, you dragged us all the way down here for like a 20-minute set. And I was just like, I'm sorry. I told you that could happen. But I was just like so eager to play. So we're going to be, I know. So hopefully that's passing. So yes, we will be hitting the stage soon. And that's really exciting because we spent like a solid year doing just digital music promotion. And boy, was that a learning experience.
Yeah, you're on the top.
So,
10.
you know, I'm still trying to reach my people, whether they're listeners or readers, they all like something different. So we did really well. Well, mostly Louis did really well with the digital music promotion. But then when it comes to books, like my people, they want to see and touch. Like I do not sell that many like digital books. You know, I'll sell tens of thousands of print books and then maybe just like a few thousand Kindle or Nook or, you know, digital books. So I have like those people want to see and touch. So for me, I'm most excited about Psycho Positive playing live.
And you're number 2 on the list, like, on the top 10.
We're number 2 on the list.
Number 2. Yeah, Gummy Bear.
That's awesome.
Gummy Bear.
We started out at like number 10, like barely.
People keep voting for it. Like they love the Gummy Bear. The name draws them in.
How could you not get drawn in, right?
You know,
how could you not? Magical herbs, right?
That's right.
There's like another.
That's the book. That's the book. I know all sorts of magical herbs. So wait.
Thank you. That's such a great thing.
It's awesome. So before you go, tell the people where they can get the books, because that's what we're talking about today. We did a little band talk just for the show, but I want to know about where they can get them, because I think having more positive things, you know, people are going to want that. It's pretty dark right now. So I think those books are, great, you know, they're great for people.
It's uplifting, and it's also empowering because it gives you things you can do, like to combat those feelings of oppression, whether it's like psychic, spiritual, or health wise, or, you know, whatever you have going on. So first of all, I want to say thank you for this amazing opportunity, because now I get to advocate and get on my soapbox. Yeah. So I have been, you know, just blessed by magic that the books are available at, you know, the national accounts like Barnes and Noble, Amazon. But if I wanted to send a message to our listeners, Jeff Bezos does not need your money. Find an independent bookstore, support them, request the book. And I tend to support those places that support me. And so like, there's your opportunity. You want to put money in somebody's pocket? Jeff Bezos doesn't need it. So I do look at my Amazon sales ranks, but I don't care about them. Gotcha. And I know that might sound like hypocritical, and I'm trying to care less and less and less. But, you know, I'm very lucky that the books are available worldwide, and you could pretty much expect to see them at like your Barnes and Noble. They're all over Amazon. I know that's easy and convenient, but if someone's got like, you know, some nickels they want to part with, it's going to mean a lot more to their independent bookseller.
So thank you to Judy for calling in. Check out Psycho Positive.
Oh, yeah.
Check out Gummy Bear. It's number 2 on the top 10, which we're about to do next. Check out her books on all the things she said. Barnes and Noble. Lastly, Amazon. Lastly, if you can't find them at your local mom and pops, do a lot of mom and dads own
Like
bookstores?
oh sure.
I think mostly cats own them. All right, bookstore. They're always sitting on the counter. That's a good bookstore. You know it's a good bookstore if there's a cat sitting on the counter.
You know it.
You know, that's where you need to get Judy's books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Witchy Cat.
That's right. So, thanks again for the interview. Very interesting stuff.
That was great.
And now it's time for the top 10.
Oh, we're here already.
Top
Man.
10.
Hit the music.
It's your top 10. Starting with a song from last week that now has entered the list at number 10, we got Pinfinger with Boot Liquor. Coming in at number 9 is Ben Wise with Rack and Ruin. We got number 8, Bad Love has moved up with Tattoos. Berserk, Mike Check. 1-2 is number 7, Riot After Midnight. Yours All Night, number 6. Number 5 is Coastal Fire Department with Gun. Number 4, Tommy Gun, Junction 66. Number 3, Voodoo Shakedown, Play with Fire. Number 2, Psycho Positive with Gummy Bear.
Oh.
And number 1 for the second week, Reality Suite, Kiss the Ring. Check it out. Check out the video. Great stuff. Go to theTullyDioShow.com and vote for this top 10. That's the end of the show. Listen to the top 10. Submit your tracks to the Tully Diö Show at Gmail, MP3s. Submit to the Mad Moment MP4s to the Tully Diö Show at Gmail. And what else?
Big beers.
Big beers and cheers, everybody. Drink them up. Have a great weekend.
It's me, Tully Diö. And I'd like to thank the people that make the Tully Diö Show possible. First of all, me, Tully Diö. It's my show. Second of all, my partner in crime, Madman Matt. We got our executive producer, Amy Goldberg, and our associate producer, James Chabelle. The Tully Diö Show. Make it happen.
2 weeks? Yeah, it's been like fucking a week. We missed 1 week. That would have sucked though.
I think we missed 2 weeks, didn't we?
No, we
didn't. It's just been 1 week.
It's been 1 week.
I feel like I
seems like a
haven't
long
seen you in,
time
like,
because
6
we
years.
really like to fucking do the show.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the future.
It's the future.
The girl get up and when she hits the beat, you know she go, go, go. Yeah, she loves to go, go, go. You know my baby, she was built for love. When I'm inside it feels just like a ghost because she go, go, go. Yeah, she loves to go, go, go. She was an underdog. She loves to go, go, go. to the well. Arms limp and tired, heads hanging low, seeking a savior we've been promised long ago. The first sip of wine was the sweetest taste, a touch of something that we tried and failed to place. We paid no mind, then forgot to care. Hours later we were much the worse for wear. And now we lie here, battered and bruised, poison, tied up, bled out, abused. It'd be different now if we only knew, but our dreams have gone to wreck and run. No easy cure to see us right, and without the darkness there'd be no true shade of light. When false idols come and make their claims, question their motives, for you let them in your veins. Now we lie here, battered and bruised, poison, tied up, bled out, abused. It'd be different now if we only knew, but our dreams have gone to wreck and run. Now we lie here, battered and bruised, poison, tied up, bled out, abused. It'd be different now if we only knew, but our dreams have gone to wreck and run.
I don't know, I was thinking something like,
yeah. Sometimes I screw up every single thing I do. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. You told me you'd be there for everything, now I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with myself. High on you till I exhale. I see you holding hands with hand. That douchebag used to be my friend. Now I'm gonna be alone again. I guess I'm an asshole now and then. Sometimes I screw up every single thing I do. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but what's new? Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. can't do, I gotta apologize for, but I'm not sorry. If I do keep acting like a fool, you won't deal with me anymore. I'm still not sorry. Maybe I'm an asshole, maybe I'm a creep. I don't wanna go there, but maybe you're the freak. If you don't like who I am today, guess it's your loss, I'll be okay. Sometimes I screw up every single thing I do. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but what's new? Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but what's new? Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. I'm gonna take you for the ride of your life. Cut you down with a hot butter knife. Hey baby, it's getting hot tonight. I wanna take you for the ride of your life. It's just you and me, right? You know I'm yours all night alone. I'll never leave you on your own. Yours all night alone. You are my queen of my own. Yours all night alone. Magic sparking of the night. Mystery touch inside. Lay on me, loving in the heat. Won't let go of hand. Cradle our finished love. Don't let go, feelings I have. Smooth tips on a high. Hold me closer, feeling the night. Tangled bed sheets holding you tight. My desire, yours to excite. Lost emotion, trying to find. Hey baby, it's getting hot tonight. I wanna take you for the ride of your life. It's just you and me, right? You know I'm yours all night alone. I'll never leave you on your own. Yours all night alone. You are my queen of my own. Yours all night alone, yeah. Yours all night alone. 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 I'll never leave you on your own. Yours all night alone. You are my queen of my own. Yours all night alone. I'll never leave you on your own. Yours all night alone. You are my queen of my own. Yours all night alone.
Sitting in my slumber, you're gonna pull me under. Tell me how to build a gun. I don't feel like trying. I'm all done with crying. Tell me how to build a gun. Gun, 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 gun. much harder when you're feeling darker. Tell me how to build a gun. I don't feel like mixing. I'm all done with kissing. Tell me how to build a gun. Gun, 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 gun. Drowning in self-pity, I am feeling pretty. Tell me how to build a gun. I don't feel like waiting. I'm all done self-hating. Tell me how to build a gun. Gun, 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 Tell your mama, tell your papa, who's the blues? The gummy bear. Tell your mama, tell your papa, who's the blues? Tell your mama, tell your papa, who's the blues? Tell your mama, tell your papa, who's the blues?
This one, we just released a music video on Friday. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it because we're really excited about it. And yeah, it's called Kiss the Ring.
You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. Who you trying to fool, trying to look and be cool, but I see right through. You see these bloodshot eyes, 'cause you falsified all those lies. I will not kiss the ring. I will not. Fingers up. I don't need you telling me what's right. I've got my own two eyes. I will not kiss the ring. No precious time to entertain fake friends. I will not pretend. Fingers up. Kiss the ring. You tear me up. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. I see you try to deny, you try to crucify those who won't comply. Just get out of my face, you end up falling from grace from all that pride. I tried to compromise, now I refuse to hide. I'm feeling tortured and used, all this fucking abuse. I'm so damn unamused. I will not kiss the ring. I will not. Fingers up. I don't need you telling me what's right. I've got my own two eyes. I will not kiss the ring. No precious time to entertain fake friends. I will not pretend. Fingers up. Kiss the ring. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up. You break me down. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. Who you trying to fool, trying to look and be cool, but I see right through. I don't need you telling me what's right. I've got my own two eyes. I will not kiss the ring. No precious time, no entertain fake friends. I will not pretend. Fingers up. Kiss the ring. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up. You break me down. Kiss the ring. Thank you guys so much for coming out, for being amazing. Thank you, Alpha Wave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, and we love all of you guys back home watching. Thank you for tuning in.